direct audio mode. So we'll see how this plays out. But it was back day. No, it wasn't. It was chest day. What was with me in back and chest days? But it was chest day. So we started off with a good, solid rotator cuff warm up. I've said this many times. It's something I didn't do earlier in my lifting career, and I'm paying for it now. So definitely, absolutely recommend doing rotator cuff warm-ups when you work out your chest. If you don't, you're going to pay for it later, and I'm the example of that. It's taken a while to get my rotator cuff up to speed, but once it does, I'm pretty excited to see what I can really do with my chest. But until then, we're going to stick to exercises that don't bother my shoulders, my rotator cuff, and I think I found the 3 that I'm going to stick to now, and we'll go through those right now. So after my rotator cuff warm-up, I did cable presses. I warmed up cable presses, of course, really light, just doing 5 to 6 reps, getting blood flowing to my chest and my shoulders. So cable press, I like to put it, I think it's about shoulder height, maybe a little bit higher. Get a nice, decent stretch, not too deep until my rotator cuff's ready for that, but a decently deep stretch at the top, and we're pressing the weight down with the chest, and you should feel a contraction at the bottom, a nice little squeeze, and then go back up. So, really squeezing at the bottom is going to help with that mind-muscle connection that I talk about all the time. You want to feel your muscle working through the set, the particular muscle you're working out, whether it's your chest, your back, your legs, quads, hamstrings, everything. Getting used to that mind-muscle connection is going to take you pretty far, I think. But so we press, squeeze at the bottom, slowly back up, get a decent stretch, and press again. First set was moderate weight. The following 2 sets were, I would say, moderate to heavy, not so heavy that I felt like it was going to rip my chest off of my body at the top of the stretch. But that one felt good. It's my go-to starter right now. My chest is full of blood by the end of this one, so I ended up doing 3 sets. And then after that, I did a machine press, Nautilus press. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. I have to really look into that. There were quite a few people around, so I did just record 1 set. I didn't want people to think I was trying to record them or anything, just having that courtesy. But this one, you can get a inside grip or an outside grip. The inside grip seems to bother my shoulder a little less. I don't think it engages my chest as good as the outside grip, but we're trying to avoid injury here, so we stick to that. First set, I didn't record. It was 2 plates on each side. I think I got a 12th rep, or I failed at 11. And I think I did that on the second one too, but the set I recorded was the 3rd set, which was just a plate and a 25. It almost felt a little too light, but it felt pretty good. But with this one, it's the same basic premise. Like, you can only stretch so far on it because the bars only go so far down. But when you push up and you're contracting with your chest and you squeeze at the top, you can really feel a nice deep burn. So that's it, man. Like that squeeze position is really what's getting my chest to kind of blow up pretty good. But making that mind muscle connection throughout, really pushing that weight, it felt pretty good. So after that one, we moved on to the final exercise, which was dips. I'm still doing assisted dips. Again, that shoulder rotator cuff, we're watching that. We're trying to be able to go to the gym pretty much every day, and we're trying not to aggravate an old injury. So weight assisted. Going pretty deep with it though, because it felt fine, felt good going pretty deep. But just leaning forward a little bit is really going to help you hit your chest, because it's going to hit your triceps a little bit anyway. You can do dips for triceps as well if you just lean back a little more. But if you're leaning forward and really focusing on pushing with your chest, just like any other chest exercise, the stretch position feels good. I think the stretch position feels better in dips than the fully extended, because it's hard to push your chest together at the top. But it's definitely becoming a really good finisher on chest day for me. Ended up doing 3 sets here too, but you know, just controlling my body, going down, exploding up, squeezing my chest as much as I can at the top of the rep, and it's just a really good finisher. And then we did the pose down. Pose down felt good. Saw a few striations in my chest, so we're getting pretty lean. Sticking to the diet, I'd say 80 to 90%, but we really need to dial it in if we want to lose this last bit of stubborn body fat. And then after that, I did my 30 minutes of cardio. I stepped it up the last 10 minutes, put about half a mile per hour higher on the walking on the treadmill, so that felt really good there. Had a little bit of a sweat going. It takes a lot to make me sweat because I do get like 15,000 to 20,000 steps on a day when I work. Been off this week, so it's been a little easier to stick to the cardio. So the real challenge comes next week when I go back to work. But overall, guys, it's going really good. I'm excited about the progress. I'm excited about the new subscribers. Not that any of you are going to make it this far in the video. If you do, leave a comment below so I'll know that you're paying attention. But yeah, everything's going great. Tomorrow's leg day. We've been loving those split squats, and yeah, the split squats have been feeling pretty good, so I don't foresee that changing very much. But yeah, excited about leg day tomorrow. Going to stick to the diet, and you know, just stick to that diet. We're going to keep on grinding. We're going to keep on pushing ourselves. Excuse my awkward moment because somebody pulled up beside me and I'm not as confident as I should be. But anyway, yeah, keep that grind alive, guys. Even though I'm saying this in the wrong order, so let's start over with that. Don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive, and never ever give up on yourself. Let's go, guys. See you tomorrow.